Well, hello and welcome back to you guessed it, the tower. So yes, it is a little bit late. These things tend to happen when I didn't really go on a side quest, but I got distracted. Got really distracted. I did want to take a shower before I stream because it's very important that I shower before I stream. And I don't want you guys to smell me, you know. I have to be clean. But yeah, things have happened. It's one of those things like life keeps, sometimes life just gets in the way. You know, I wanted to get something to eat, and then I got that, and then this happened, and you know what? What matters is we're here now. That's what fundamentally matters, is that we're all here now. Hey, Nick, how you doing? I know it's late, Nick. It's my fault. I wanted to take a shower before I streamed so I would be clean for you guys. Like I was saying, it's very important to be clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Here we are. Search live. Oh, okay, it's summertime, so it's fine for me to be late in the summer. Okay. It's summertime. Nick is done with his exams, and all you're doing, Nick, is playing the tower, right? Oh, yeah. Do I want to enhance? Can I enhance myself here? Not really. All right, we'll save that for later. But I can enhance myself here. Yeah, I heard that. Hey, Rocket Man, how you doing? I heard the heat is terrible. Do you not have air conditioning, Nick? Oh, thank God, Nick. You know who doesn't have air conditioning? I keep telling her to get it. Well, there, that worked out pretty good. Yeah, it is kind of late. All right, so in our tournament spec, we have our tournament cards. We need to equip our tournament modules. Oh, what kind of tournament is this? It is G-Conky. There's my joystick. All right, we're good to go. What other things are going on here? Ranged. Oh, ranged ultimate. Making everything more complicated, ranged ultimate. All right, now we're ready to go. So let's go. Yeah, they have external air conditioners, Nick. Usually it's more like water sprinklers and stuff like that to kind of keep things cool. Hey, Tower, how you doing? You've never seen like those water sprinkler things? Like I've seen them all the time. Maybe it's because I live in Florida. It's pretty common. They have the water sprinklers where like usually they call it like a cooling off station where they have them just spraying, misting around. I will be right back real quick. Just give me a minute. Oh, congrats on your wall, Tower. No, I'm back. I told you just a minute. I see them outside, Nick. They're outside. That's where they are. It was just a little, like, I don't know if it's because we're talking about the temperature or whatever. It just felt warm in my apartment, so I went to turn the air conditioner down. Nick, I don't know, Nick. I've just seen them outside. Nick, I'm an adult, so when it's hot out, I don't go outside anymore. I learned my lesson. Going outside in the heat is asking to be hot, to sweat, and to get sunburned. And I don't know how many other reasons I need to give you to stay inside. Tower, that is a good strategy up until you get into Legends, then EHP dies off in Legends. You've never seen a sprinkler? I know in France they have like the outdoor water fountain things. I understand, Nick. You have a dilemma, right? You like to be outside, but outside is hot. And like the only thing I can advise you is learn how to swim. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was just happy to be home in the summer inside my house just chilling. And that's what I do. I just hung out inside. Why would I go outside? Outside just wants to hurt me. Yeah, I just stayed inside. I learned my lesson, and I stayed inside. Also, I was never into sports, Nick, which made it a lot easier. So, like, I was never looking to play sports with people or anything like that. Like, I didn't see the point of sports. Because growing up, I had something else. I had video games. And it was like, well, why would I go play sports outside when I could go play video games? But that was what I did for fun. I'm also not suggesting that you copy me and copy and do what I did as a kid. I never got into sports ever. Any sports. And to be honest, it's probably because I wasn't good at sports. Like, if I was good at sports, I probably... You know, it's like anything, right? Like, if you're good at something, you tend to enjoy it more because you win, right? And I wasn't good at sports, so I didn't really like playing them because I didn't win. You know, I mean... You know, for me as a kid, it was like, if I'm just going to lose the game, I might as well just lose. You know? Well, you know, Nick, I'm glad that you're willing to try and experiment things, and I'm not advocating to be like I was as a kid. I'm certainly not advocating for it. I'm just explaining to you how I approached it as a kid. So, I mean, as a kid, I just wanted to watch TV. Well, before I had video games, all I wanted to do was watch TV. Because TV was great, it was inside, It was always there, except when it wasn't. And then I got video games. And then I was like, I remember the first time I played a video game, how excited I was. Because I was like, wow, finally something that won't get tired of playing with me. And I was just so happy. I still remember that feeling to today. And also, I grew up, like, in southern Florida where it was really hot. And it rained a lot, too. So, like, it was hot and it was stormy. So, it would be hot, and you don't want to, and I wouldn't want to go outside when it was hot. Or it'd be raining all the time, and you can't go outside when it rains. So, I had to learn how to enter. Like, we would have storms, and the rain would last when I was growing up for 3 hours. And these were like thunderstorms. So no TV, none of that. Because it was a thunderstorm. And then there was no. Nick, not when there's a thunderstorm. See, when you have a thunderstorm, if you go outside when it rains, the lightning kills you. So you don't go outside in a thunderstorm, at least not in America. Maybe you do in Greece, but we didn't do that in America. We would just stay inside when it rained because of how bad the lightning and thunder was. When I was a kid, I actually lived in a real rural area, so there weren't anything like that. Yeah, it was thunderstorms. Like, and these weren't like mild thunderstorms. We're talking about, this is not like, I'm not talking about like a drizzle. I am talking about like pouring rain, because I lived near the Everglades, which was a swamp. And what do swamps get? They get pouring rain. You get loud thunderstorms. There's lightning all over the place. So this wasn't like a gentle summer drizzle. Yeah, we had swamp puppies. There was one time we actually uh went to a dock, and I was fishing as a kid. And then there was a swamp puppy in the water. And I have a younger sister, two younger sisters. And my youngest sister like was getting eyed by the crocodile, and again, I don't know how true this is, or alligator rather. Sorry, the swamp puppy. I don't know how true this is, but the guy, my mom was there. It was just my mom, my sisters, and my brother, myself. Hey, Orm, how you doing? Hey, V-Sky, how you doing? And the guy there said, yeah, that alligator's eyeing your daughter. You probably should leave before she gets eaten. Hey, it's going all right. How's it going for you? And, yeah, then we turned around and left. Because, again, I don't know how true it was that the alligator was going to come and eat my baby sister, but my mom made the right choice, like, not to risk it. I don't know. You see, one of the things I always wonder as an adult is if the guy was just, like, messing with my mom. You know, because a lot of guys like scaring women. That's just, like, a fun thing they do. Because the tournament has always ended in about, it should be like 4 hours and 10 minutes, Nick. So I don't know how true it was if the swamp puppy was going to come and eat my baby sister, but again, my mom didn't want to take any chances of that. So we left. I actually don't know virus. I don't have any statistics on that. I know they do eat dogs from time to time. Like somebody will be walking like their small dog by the lake, and the gators try to eat the dog. and the person goes in the lake to try to save the dog. Sometimes they save the dog, sometimes they don't. Yeah, Ampy's gotten amped, guys. So, I don't really know. But the thing is, the kind of the reality is, you always have to assess a situation in this way, right? Is it worth the risk if I continue doing the thing I'm doing? And since what we were doing is my brother and I were just like fishing, like, you know, for fun, it was not worth the risk to let us keep fishing and then, you know, have an alligator attack. No reason. Well, I wanted to see how quick it spins up, because I heard it didn't matter if you leave the damage thing on. You're just going to max out anyways. I could change it, but we're also only on wave 900. I think it's fine. Hey, Christopher, how you doing? Oh, yeah, no strat. Well, there is a strat behind it, Virus. It's called laziness. That is a strategy I'm employing right now, laziness. I still want my tournament spec. So, Nick, I got this thing. I guess you didn't watch the episode. I got the damage slider right here. Did you not watch the episode, Nick? I guess you didn't. Or you would have seen the damage slider. Nick, I thought you always watch my videos. Like, what's going on, man? That was the big thing that I did in the video. Damn, Nick, you hurt my feelings. Oh, let me grab the gem so people don't pause the stream. But yeah, that was so, like, as a kid, like, it's fine, Nick. You're allowed to sleep. Oh, you got the 1350? Okay. I'm not sure how well I'm gonna do with this tournament because of the ultimate weapon thing. V-Sky, you have to watch to find out. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. If I knew what's gonna happen, we wouldn't be streaming the tournament. I would just be telling you the results. Like, this is what happened. We're gonna see. Anything goes. It's a wild card. This BC for me, Penguin. It's I don't know if it's bad, but it's the ultimate weapon one. Oh, hold on, I have to change something. And it's the ranged ultimate, which like, I don't consider the ranged ultimate bad, but it's also, like, not fun, because if the ranged guy hits you, he shuts your tower down. Really? Yours is only at level 3, Virus? I'm researching level 9 right now. But see, I'm at a disadvantage because I don't have enough uptime on my chrono field, so I have to run G-Comp instead of project funding. Oh, okay. Hey, Clouded, how you doing? But anyways, that's the story of the swamp puppy and me. And, like, I don't know, Nick, as a kid, like, I had a what was it, like a Game Boy Advance, I think? And, like, as a kid, like, I would go on field trips. Well, I call them, we're doing field trips with air quotes. When I was in daycare, they would take us to, like, the park or whatever. I don't know. Like, all Clouded, the problem is it's so hard. Until we get that run history, it's really hard to judge. I really, really want the run. Also, it doesn't help that my game crashed overnight. So that also is limiting. And so we would be at the park, and I'd be sweating, right? Oh, shoot, you're right. I have disappointed Sar. You know, the funny thing was, I was like, I should start the music before I start the stream. And then I was like, no, I'll start the music after I start the stream. But then the problem is, I do so many things at the beginning of the stream. Here we are. So I would be playing my Game Boy Advance. And that would be like, we go to the park, and I would find a pavilion to sit in the shade. And I would sit there, and I would sweat while I was playing my Game Boy. We didn't have phones back then, Nick. If I had a phone back then, I'd be playing a game on my phone. I actually did my first video with the music on from the game, and then I got they tried to copyright. It wasn't a copyright strike, but they tried to like take the royalties for. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's not get excited. I'm not there yet. Oh, there goes my wall. Oh, is my damage just maxed out? I guess I'm maxed out at 2 trillion. Oh yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, so as soon as I saw that, I'm like, wow, I guess I can't use the in-game music. Fine. So I turned the music off. I actually like the music. I would happily play the music. I've been working on Ampy for a while. But yeah, Nick, I would just go, we'd be at the park and I'd just be there sweating. But Nick, I wasn't very athletic as a kid. So again, like I only like doing things that I'm good at, and I wasn't good at sports. And I wasn't willing to play sports and stuff like that when I wasn't good. And so, you know, because the kids were mean, they made fun of me a lot for not being super athletic. So I just, you know, I internalized that and I became even less athletic because of it. So I just didn't like losing. Part of it too was like I was really tall as a kid. I don't know if you're really tall compared to your cohort. So I could do well in some things, but then it just like there was like a point where it stopped scaling. You know what I mean? Like where being tall just wasn't good enough. All right, well, we hit demon mode. And a lot of it was, I was just interested in playing video games. I didn't care about sports. I didn't care even about being good at sports. But I do think that a lot of that was because, like, as a kid, I was really good at the academic side of school. Well, Nick, you gotta measure yourself. I was really good at the academic side of school. So I wouldn't say I pivoted to that. And that's it, guys. Hopefully you made it into the tournament. The tournament has been locked. But I stuck to the part I was good at, which was academic. And let me tell you something. People don't like it when you're good at school and they're not good at school. That causes a lot of friction between you and your peers. But really, it was mostly that I was just, you know... I wouldn't say I was super good at school. I mean, as much as I was just lucky to be intelligent enough to pass. Because... I remember my friend being jealous. Oh, congrats, Tower! Because I would do my math homework in like the 15 or 10 minutes before one of my other classes. And my teacher, like, he complained that I got an A and he got a B. And my teacher was like, yeah, I was an A student. So, like, I graduated in high school. I was in the top 1% of my class. Oh, nice, Penguin. I was in the gifted program as a kid, too. I didn't get to do that, though. I actually was in the gifted program in elementary and middle school, and my middle school gifted program was, like, terrible. Like it was so bad, I would, like, if I had a kid, I would not have them do the middle school gifted program I was in. Because to me, it was just such a waste. Didn't do anything cool, didn't learn anything cool. Was just a bunch of busy work. Oh, congrats, Nick. So in elementary school, I wasn't an A student because I had a great... I used to get graded on handwriting, and I was never good at handwriting, so I would always be like, get like a B or a C for handwriting. And then they dropped... At some point in the school year, they dropped grading for handwriting, and then I became an honor roll student. Then in middle school, I believe I was an A student. And in high school, I was a straight A student. But I think I was an A student in middle school. I'm pretty sure I was. Because my mom was very particular about my grades. So, like what I tell everybody is this, right? I didn't care about school, but what I did care about was my freedom. So I wouldn't get punished if I did well in school. So my motivation was to do well in school wasn't to do well in school. It was so that my mom wouldn't give me a hard time and punish me for doing bad at school. That was my only motivation. I didn't want to get in trouble for being bad at school. So, but that was enough motivation. I was a straight, like, in my senior year, my final report card was solid A's. For everything I did was an A. It was so many A's. One of my friends wanted to show his mom because he was like, Zerdin, I have to show my mom your report card because I've never seen so many A's in my life. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. And so he showed my report card to his mom. Which was kind of funny. At least it was funny to me. I didn't get it, but I was like, sure, if you want to. I was also the reason one of my friends graduated because he had to take a makeup class to get a scholarship, and I did all his homework to help him through one of his classes overnight one night. But he was a good guy. I didn't mind helping him out. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, I just got sniped. I didn't even realize it. Shoot. I got distracted telling you guys a story. Shoot. Orem, I don't know what I'm going to do with my gems right now. Damn it! Wait, no, I should beat this guy. I should get fourth. It'll be alright. We just have to wait for it to update. Okay, good. We have just enough left over for the next event. That's beautiful. Switching back to farm spec. There's nothing really... I guess I could get some damage for my farm spec. That's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, that's good. Any of you guys need to be leveled up? Alright, good. Farm. I mean, I'm gonna have to think about what I want to do, Orem, because I was really thinking I would just save all my gems for the patch for V27 at this point. I don't see how drawing mods will help me, you know, advance or anything like that. So I was just gonna hold everything. I mean, it'll help, but also, yeah, I'd be fine without drawing them. At least that was my plan. So they're doing something on July 1st. What have they officially said about July 1st? Because if they said something about July 1st, I missed it. It's my bad. Oh, congrats, Nick. Are we getting an update? Are we also getting an update? Because that would require an update. Hey, Ghetto, how you doing? I saw your post, Ghetto. I saw your post on Reddit, which cracked me up. That guy was like, why is this guy in my Champions League? I don't know why I found that so funny, Ghetto, but I was cracking up when I saw that. All right, good. We sniped him. Sorry, sure, Tanakh, but I sniped you, buddy. Wait, we got an update yesterday? I don't have an update. I didn't get the update yet. I didn't see... did I miss something? Oh, thank you, Penguin. Yes, please do like the stream. It does help. I don't... Did I miss? Oh, I guess it didn't forward it to my channel. No, that was old. Why didn't it work? Why didn't it forward it to the channel? Because I'm following this, right? Excuse me. Like, we are following this in the channel, aren't we? Yeah, like, why did it just decide not to work? Whatever, hold on, I'm gonna fix this. Yeah, I see it now. It didn't go into our Tower News channel. I forwarded it. Added behavior where guild leadership is auto-transferred to an officer if the leader has been offline for a period of time. New guilds content added will become accessible in Season 3. Ooh, Season 3. Fixed an issue where guild leaders were unable to remove members from their guild. That seems like a big thing. Fixed an issue where guild membership count was incorrectly displayed. Wow. Yeah, guilds, very difficult update. Yeah, they posted that on Thursday. Well, I mean, Glenn, the people need to know V27 when. I don't know. What did he do, Nick? He could be a magician. What was I gonna do? I was gonna look at my Guardian. Oh. Oh, right, the day just reset. That was pointless. Oh, yeah, he has some kind of glitch. He plays... Oh, that's, hold on. This is a very important timer. He has a glitch. He plays on 2 devices, and they weren't helping him. And he has this glitch where sometimes his progress doesn't transfer between devices. And it doesn't do it every time, but it lets him open his boxes like over and over again. And he doesn't get extra rewards, but he gets to open his boxes more than once because he just doesn't sync correctly. And he has put in ticket after ticket with support, and they haven't helped him. So I don't know. There they go. Well, good, Ghetto. Now you'll make sure you do your labs too. We can be lab buddies. All right, everybody's at 24 hours. We're good to go. I can't wait until that's not a thing. Not that I've heard anything about them fixing that problem. I wish they would fix the problem. Ghetto, you know the post I'm talking about, right? I don't know that I would want an auto extend as much as I would want the ability to just... All right, there's an hour left. Oh. It was a post about this guy with this pointing to this guy who has like 2,000 waves in tier 18. And he's like, why is this guy in my champion bracket? And your reply was, yeah, that's somebody who queued up to do the tournament later and forgot about the later part. I don't know why. I found that so funny. Oh, nice, Nick. Just because the guy was like so mad about it. Yeah. Like the dude who made the post just seemed like so mad. Yeah, the topic was, my brother in Christ, what are you doing in champs? I don't know, it was just so funny. I was cracking up when I saw it. Just because he sounded like so angry. I hope it's not a Harmony thing. We need to stop putting so much quality of life in the vaults, because that's just not fun. It's not fun for anybody, in my opinion. I mean, it's fun if you have the keys to get it, sure. But I don't like that, like, I don't think it's good for the game for so much quality of life to be locked from the rest of the player base. I predict we're gonna see some of the old event, relic show up. I mean, that's true, Penguin, but I also, I have such a hard problem with the Vault of Harmony because it gatekeeps so many things that are good. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to get tier 20 or tier 19 to 21 for sure. I wonder, Ghetto, if they're going to make it so you can farm tier 19. I'm hoping they're going to give us the ability to farm tier 19. How many Guardian slots are there? I thought we had 4. Oh, only 2. Oh, battle condition bans. That would be interesting. Really? You only unlock 2? That's weird. Well, let me go read the developer announcement. New guilds content added will be accessible in Season 3. That really doesn't tell us much. I'm assuming, Fost, it would be like perks and it wouldn't work in tournament. Yeah, there's no reason to make it work in the tournament, Fost. It should just be farming only. Hey, Omega, how you doing? That is weird. I don't know what YouTube is doing. I mean, I do know. YouTube just does what it wants. I wonder if... Oh, congrats, Nick, on your cards. Oh, congrats on 8. New perks would be nice, too. Especially now that we have auto perks. Alright, Nick, you're about to be intro sprinting through the tournament. Oh, I just saw it now, Ghetto. They reacted 27 when. That's great. I know you don't use intro sprint, Nick. That was the joke, right? Like that. I know you don't have enough card slots where you can use it. That was kind of the whole crux of the joke, and now I have to explain the joke, so the joke just isn't as funny anymore. No, I want to get over 100% tower, so you get a double skip. Thanks, RM. I'm glad somebody appreciates my terrible humor. So that every wave the enemies get weaker, and then the devs have to issue an emergency patch. That would be so funny. Oh, Nick, I used your joke. We had a dad joke thing, and I used it. Oh, is it the stun chip? We get a stun gun tomorrow? Okay. That's just like Thunderbot. How good is Thunderbot? Did somebody decompile it, Ghetto? Yeah, oof. The oof joke. It didn't win. The joke that won, I think, was... did you hear that Norway, Denmark, and Sweden put barcodes on their navy, on all their navy ships? That way they can Scandinavian. Yeah, come and get me. Sue me for copyright infringement. I don't know how that beat my joke. No, you don't get my tower, Nick. It's a non-transferable asset. Well, Nick, it was my joke because I submitted your joke as the joke. So it became my joke through the transitive property of stealing it. You made the joke? Yeah, I use the transitive property. So you stole the joke from somebody else, and then I stole the joke from you. Which, that's the transitive property of stealing jokes. That's just how it goes. Can you even copyright a joke? Well, I said it the loudest. Also, I just laughed so hard. It was just so... I don't know why it was. It just made me laugh so hard. And, like, I understand from a mechanical perspective, it's not really, like, the most amazing joke, but it just made me laugh so hard because it was so ridiculously, mathematically perfectly correct. That's actually not true, Nick. So, for example, in America, there was a whole thing where Fortnite was stealing, quote-unquote, stealing dances from people. So, for example, they added the Carlton dance emote, right? And the way intellectual property works is you actually cannot copyright a short set of dance moves like that. And the court ruled that they could not get anything from it because their short dance was not copyrightable. However... take something longer, like a ballet. A ballet has two types of copyrights, I believe. One is the copyright on the choreography of all the dances. And there's a second copyright on the actual performance itself. So that was a whole thing. We had a whole litigation over that because you can't copyright a short form dance. Yeah, they also gave it some other name. I don't know how they thought they were going to win that case, to be honest. But again, also, the Carlton guy is rich anyways. So, like, you know, why wouldn't you sue if you have a chance of winning, right? Yep, District Judge Stephen Williamson's initially dismissed the lawsuit later that year, finding that the short series of poses at issue was not copyright protected, despite Hanagami's copyright in the 5-minute routine it was taken from. I know, Omega, but at the end of the day, when it comes to copyright, the only thing that matters is legality. Well, Orm, at least you realize now when you only lost 1 quadrillion so far. Oh, what cards did you get, Faust? See, V-Sky, that is actually a misrepresentation of that case, and I'm going to explain to you how that happened. So here's where McDonald's did a great job in slandering the woman that had that accident. So while you are technically correct that they added that warning because of that, you're also incorrect because you probably do not understand the whole history of that case. The fundamental issue of that case was not that the coffee was hot. It's that McDonald's superheated the coffee to such a high temperature that the coffee was actually too dangerous to serve, and that the reason McDonald's did that is because they could actually get away with using cheaper coffee because it was so hot you couldn't taste that it was cheap coffee. And so what happened was the lady had the coffee cup in her lap, spilled it on herself. She suffered burns that were so bad that she had to get skin grafts. And she went to McDonald's about this grievous injury. And again, a lot of the reason this whole thing happened is because in America, we do not have universal health care. So she went to McDonald's because she was like, I had so much damage to my body. I have $40,000. No, it was 3rd degree. It was terrible burns. Should have skin grafts, Nick. You don't need skin grafts generally for 2nd degree burns. So she went to McDonald's and was like, I want you to pay my medical bills because it's $40,000. And that was really all she wanted. McDonald's refused, so she eventually was forced to bring the lawsuit. And that was why McDonald's was proven negligent. It had nothing to do with her not knowing that the coffee was hot. It's that she didn't know that the coffee was so hot that it would literally create these burns that were so serious she needed skin grafts. I mean, V-Sky, if you don't understand the difference in realizing that the warning is not because the coffee was hot, but because the coffee was served in a container that was not safe enough for how hot the coffee was, I don't know what to tell you. But that's really the basis of the lawsuit. And one of the things that came out of the lawsuit was the cups that coffee is served in now are not as flimsy as those cups. I mean, it is what it is. If and I'm just pointing out, like, when you say, Americans so dumb they needed warnings on their coffee cups, that's more much about our corporations are so willing to screw us to make a dime, and that's just them trying to cover their ass. Most likely, Omega, if it happened in a different country, they would have been sued because the lady would have had her medical bills covered. However, I guarantee there would have been a safety investigation, and McDonald's probably would have been fined because of the safety violation. Yeah, because and Omega's right, it's technically criminal negligence because they were serving a dangerous product, right? At the end of the day, what McDonald's got away with, for the most part, was serving an extremely dangerous product in extremely flimsy packaging. And they had a history of about 18 or 19, or at least I want to say around 20 people having serious injuries. So like it's a whole thing. It's a lot bigger than what and the thing is, the funny thing is, the media turned it into the whole, haha, you didn't know the coffee was hot and you burned yourself thing. I mean, the reality is, McDonald's still effectively won, sadly. A Pikachu from McDonald's. Wow. But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, our corporations, you know, everything is about how much money they can squeeze out of you. Oh wait, sorry, I didn't read the rest of this. The Ninth Circuit apparently reversed the decision. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is what I thought it was. Dancers and choreographers have fought for years to protect pop music routines, like Jaquel Knight, who has created dances for Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion. The federal courts and the U.S. Copyright Office for years largely rejected those efforts, often ruling that copyright law only covers more extensive choreography, like ballets. I didn't realize the Ninth Circuit overturned it. Oh, good. Thank you for watching, Ghetto. You have a good night and happy farming. Yeah, see, the other thing I remember reading was like this. U.S. Copyright Office says Alfonso Ribeiro can't register his famed Carlton dance. I don't know, because unfortunately they now I don't know what the resolution is. I feel like this is more that the news didn't really cover it very well. All right, here's one. They resolved the case. Henegami and Epic told the court that they agreed to dismiss the lawsuit with prejudice, which means it can't be refiled. What does that mean? Did they settle or what? Yeah, but I understand that closing it with prejudice means they dropped it and it can't be refiled. I understand that. What I don't understand is what led them to this decision. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why did they drop? Why did Kyle Hanagami drop the? Why did he drop the case? The Fortnite dance move case, that's what we've been talking about. We've been talking about copyright and whether or not the dance is subject to copyright. I mean, but that suggests that Epic was in the right. That Epic was in the right to use his dance however he wanted, or however the company wanted, with no regard. Which backs up the thing that the dance is not the series of moves is not copyrightable. What a very anticlimactic ending. Part of the problem, Omega, is it shows you results from the first ruling, and then the second ruling, and then eventually you find one for the third ruling. Oh, sorry, I'll flip it over. All right, that's where we're at. Another one says they actually reached a settlement. But it doesn't actually... Yeah, it kind of becomes like what Amazon does, Orem. Like, you put a product on Amazon and it sells really well. So what Amazon will do is Amazon takes its lawyers, looks at your patent, and says, okay, these are the features of the item that's actually patentable. These are the features of the item that are not patented. So therefore, we can make an identical item for less with these features. And this is the legal knockoff version. And that version, they can't challenge us in court. Oh. Well, you'll get them soon enough. They can't do that, Nick, because the tournament doesn't officially end until 3 hours from now. That's just how it goes. Oh, thank you for watching, Orem. You have a good evening and happy farming. This, to me, sort of is like the sampling lawsuits. It's kind of like what happened with what's her name? Jimmy Fallon had Charlie D'Angelo or whoever it was, the TikTok girl, on his show, and she did some dance, and then everybody said, "Hey, that's not fair. You had her on the show because she just danced the dance somebody else did," and then eventually brought the original girl on the show who made up the dance. Addison Rae, that was who it was. So Addison Rae, Nick, she does dances on TikTok. Okay. TikTok is a social media app. A dance is a series of movements you do with your body. And Jimmy Fallon has a TV show. It's called The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon. He invited Addison Rae onto the show, and she taught him 8 of the dances. That was criticized because all Addison Rae does is do the dances that other people make, right? Like, she didn't do the choreography of the dance. She just danced to the choreography somebody else did, which is a very complicated IP thing. Like, anyways, then everybody got upset about that. So what Jimmy Fallon did is he invited the original creators, the original choreographers of these dances, onto the show, and that was the resolution of that. I thought it was Charlie Emilio or whatever. I thought it was her. But it was Addison Rae, another one. No, I haven't finished Panoply of Catalia. I am in my second playthrough. I'm on the 9th dungeon. I need to go back and finish the 9th dungeon. I'm farming this tower. So I told you I didn't finish it, Nick. That's why I keep streaming it. I'm still trying to finish it. So, Nick, the game has 2 different playthroughs. I completed a normal playthrough from start to finish. Okay, I did the normal playthrough. Well, I did finish the normal playthrough. But the second playthrough is called the Inverted Ambush playthrough, and that's the one I haven't finished yet. Jimmy Fallon, I doubt could get sued for it. Okay, good night, Glenn. Thank you for watching, and happy farming. So I'm still doing the Averted Ambush playthrough, and I'm like about halfway through. I'm thinking I could finish it up pretty close. My 3-year anniversary is soon. Very soon. Oh, nice, Nick. Congrats. Oh, no wonder Charlie is so possible. Yeah, Nick. V-Sky, I don't know if so. If you sing a cover of a song on TV, you absolutely can get sued, and the host of the TV show absolutely can't get sued. That is 100% copyright infringement. But that's not what happened with Jimmy Fallon. He was not threatened to be sued by the choreography because, again, how copyrightable the choreography of short form dances is still up in the air. What happened though was, as Jimmy Fallon is a person, like, his TV show depends on him being popular, right? So because what he did was unpopular, he did the other thing to try and regain popularity favor of the general public. So it's 2 separate things. Yeah, my anniversary is July 4th. What do you mean with gameplay of all my games, Nick? It's only my 3rd year tower anniversary. My 3rd year YouTube anniversary already came and went. That was January of this year. I guess I forgot to do anything for it. Yeah, it's my tower anniversary. My YouTube anniversary is January 3rd, I want to say. Yeah, no, that's January 3rd. I actually don't think I did anything for my 3rd year. To me, it's kind of wild that it's been 3 years already. It's almost 4 years. So, and that's the whole thing with TikTok, right? Because, oh, it's 5th? Okay. With TikTok, it's really hard to say because the whole basis of the platform, V-Sky, is somebody does a dance. And then you do your version of the dance, right? That's what TikTok basically is, for the most part. It's not entirely that. There's other things. I guess I shouldn't have grabbed that. It's whatever. Yeah, I put out a lot of videos. For a while, I was doing like 2 videos a day. Oh, not with that attitude. There's so much time in the day. The reality is, if you're actually going to try and watch them all, you're better off doing it at like 2x speed or something like that. I have a lot for Idle Kingdom Defense. What are you noticing, Nick? Yeah, Nick, that's correct. When I decided to make my YouTube channel, I made my Discord account and everything at that time. That is correct. Now, V-Sky, you know, you're not with that attitude. You can learn all about the United States. It's an ongoing thing. Yeah, so Nick, what happened was I had a couple different online handles I went by. I Googled them. I found that Zerdin was one that really nobody used, and that's why I went with Zerdin. And then I made my X account, my Discord account, and my Discord, even my Discord server was made around that time. I made them all around the same time. V-Sky, where are you from? And this isn't really USA specific stuff. This copyright generally is how the West does copyright. So, I mean, the EU has a similar copyright thing. So, for example, if you went on somebody's TV show and did a song or a dance, you'd violate copyright, I believe, in Poland, the same as it would be violated here. I don't believe our copyright system is that different. Oh, okay, then it was made at the same time. Okay. Yeah, Nick, that was just the day I decided to do it. I assume that was a weekend. It makes sense if that was a weekend. Yeah, that was the whole thing. Well, we didn't force it on the world, because remember, Charles Dickens was pissed because of how much piracy we were doing of his books over here. Oh, it was a Wednesday. Huh. And I really wouldn't say America forced it onto the rest of the world, because the reality is It wasn't America that forced it on the rest of the world. It was the people that own the intellectual property that forced it onto the rest of the world because they wanted to make money off their intellectual property. They might have enlisted the American government to help them, but they were the ones that wanted it. In my specific case, I generally, when I talk about copyright law, I'm talking about U.S. copyright law as I live in the United States. But there is copyright intellectual property protection in the EU and the UK as well. So it's not just a US thing. In fact, what really happened is the internet kind of really shone a light on copyright protection, and what really happened is a lot of countries, United States influence or not, I would really say it was more the influence of the people that own the copyright than the United States itself. And this is also why I feel like once you make a certain amount of money off something, it should be no longer subject to copyright. I mean, I also don't think we should have estates, right? You realize there's a J.R.R. Tolkien estate? The unfortunate reality is IP protection is so expensive to enforce. I don't know how what the resolution of that was, Omega, because that was Deltarune, right? The whole problem is there's copyright trolls that would try to lie and say that they actually own the copyright for that, and that when they don't. That's what, like, 90% of the claims I got on my channel were made by random companies, and I'm like, how do you own the license to a Final Fantasy song? And then, of course, I would contest it because I was like, look, this is me playing a video game. In a perfect system, the explicit consent of the owner should trump everything, yes. The issue is not that. And again, I don't know how. And again, it does go back to the platforms. How does Toby Fox submit explicit? You know, the whole thing is a problem. It's a problem, a legal problem. Right? Like the same legal problem. The same legal problem is in that happens in the same thing with squatters in the United States. Squatters will move in and present a forged contract saying they're allowed to rent the place. And that is and that's what they do, and then the police don't do anything because they say you have to settle it in civil court. And so it's the same, you know, these companies or fake companies, or I don't know what you want to call them, pretend like they have the rights to Toby Fox's stuff, and they submit the documents to YouTube or whatever platform because they try to assert the rights, and then I guess YouTube or whoever doesn't have on file who actually owns the rights. I don't understand, Omega, how it happens, right? I don't understand how the players in the game function to create this problem. And I don't know what Toby Fox would have to do to prevent this from happening, you know? I mean, that's... So the reality is, the way the system works is not ideal. Apparently, it also happened with Stardew Valley. Yeah, so what Toby Fox said is exactly what I said. Toby Fox basically has tried to go to YouTube to say, hey, I own this music, anybody can use it. But that's not how the YouTube's content ID system works. And then as soon as Toby Fox does that, what happens is other people come around and say, no, we do own the copyright to this movie. Yeah, Omega, there's a great series about that called Everything is a Remix. And I actually love that series. I have actually a huge comment under the penultimate video the guy made. Okay, good night, Faust. Thank you for watching, and happy farming. And, I mean, I don't know the solution to this. Outside of the countries that these people try to put these fake claims in, have to hold them like legally accountable, right? Like if you in bad faith make a copyright that you know you don't own, a copyright claim you don't own, I mean, to me, there should be some prison time involved with that, you know what I mean? And I'm not talking like you get thrown in YouTube jail and you don't get to collect your money. I'm talking about you go to the prison of your country. Hey, not that innocent, how you doing? Well, do you have GT14? It also depends, not that innocent, like what you want to do. Do you want to focus on econ? Do you want to focus on the tournament? That comes into play. Smite is good, but if anything, AI will solve it. AI will force. It's not going to solve music. AI is going to force the evaluation of copyright. Like, at the very least, you have to get GT Plus to at least 10. Like, there's no getting around getting GT Plus. Because you basically have to have GT Plus to eventually do card masteries. The fundamental problem with the thing, Omega, is that we have created a copyright system that requires people to invest a lot of money to protect their copyrights. So we made a copyright system and a legal system that forces you to invest a lot of money to fight it, right? Okay, if you want to exclude GT Plus, you have CF Plus and then SL Plus. And then probably either Poison Swamp Plus or Smite, which is Chain Lightning Plus. And that's about it. Nothing else really matters outside of those. So we invented the system, but we didn't do anything to help you with the high cost of using the system. And as soon as you do that, only the people with money can use the system to protect their copyright, and everybody else is hung out to dry. And that's really the fundamental problem with copyright, is that they've made it so copyright lawsuits are super expensive to do, so you'd rather almost settle than go through the threat of litigation. I wouldn't say copyright was exclusively made by greed. I mean, the idea behind copyright was that it was a good idea that if you made something that was novel and good, that you were able to make a living off of that. But the issue is, the only way to resolve a copyright dispute is to go to court, and going to court is expensive. You have to get all the ultimate weapons first, Tower. So it's gonna be a while for you. Like, ideally, you would have Golden Tower, Black Hole, Death Wave's cooldown max before even considering it. You'd have your Golden Tower. You'd have to have your Golden Tower developed to a certain point. Well, you wouldn't really need to have Death Wave's cooldown maxed. I should take that back. Death Wave's cooldown should be 100 seconds. Because getting Death Wave from 150 seconds is super stone expensive, so you wouldn't really want to do that. You'd want to have Death Wave to 100 seconds, and Golden Tower to 100, and Black Hole to 50. Yeah, you're going to be working on cooldowns for a while, Tower. That's the thing. I'm just an econ guy, Omega, so I don't mind putting stuff into econ. Hold on, we're gonna check something real quick. I want to see if everything is going according to plan. Yeah, it still is. Okay. Yeah, you will. Oh, nice. You got the big 4 already, Tower. Very nice. Congratulations. See, I would just be... At your stage of the game, you got the big 4. And you probably are going to need to invest in them before getting a 5th, I would say. I didn't reset. Oh, so here's the thing, Omega. It is actually his music is not completely free to use. You are simply allowed to use Deltarune's music as part of a Let's Play only, and you cannot just upload the music to YouTube. So apparently you can't just upload stuff. And you can only use the music if you use it non-commercially. So that's why they're claiming everything. Because they're claiming it because, yeah, you can keep it on your channel and use it non-commercially. But any profit, we get the money. So it's not like he put the music under like Creative Commons or any kind of license like that. So they still retain all the right. That's probably why this thing blew up into a whole mess. You're only allowed to use the music if you're playing the game. That's it. That's your right as a streamer, according to this. You can't upload soundtracks or anything else. You can't use his music in any other thing outside of allowing you to play the game. So that really, Omega, is the whole problem. And that's why the copyright strikes are all screwed up. Because I guarantee you, even though those rules are pretty clear, I guarantee you there was some mix-up between, are you playing the game correctly or are you just using the music? Because I can see how, if you're trying to go through millions of things you could claim, how you could screw that up. So that explains so much. It's not like... The only guy I know that has released his music truly into the public domain that is a contemporary artist is Jonathan something or other, the guy that made the Portal songs. You can take his music, do whatever you want to it. Hey, Ned, how you doing? How are the twins, Ned? That explains so much. No, I said, how are the twins? But twinning is actually from what book was that? It was a Stephen King book. Yeah, I'm slowly growing. I can't remember what the twin thing was now. We probably do something to 5,000. What book was that? The Talisman. Yes, I believe it was the Talisman. Now I have to read. Yeah, the twinning has to do with it was a talisman. That was a crazy book, by the way. Hey, Cuxon, how you doing? Yeah, I made it. I haven't missed the tournament in a while, Cuxon. I couldn't tell you the last one I missed. I think I've been doing pretty good. Now I'm gonna make a mistake and miss one. I just jinxed myself. I'm sitting on 4. So we're doing pretty good. I just barely sniped 4th. How's that a curse? That just gives you something to work towards, Tower. It becomes a goal. Yeah, I can't believe I sniped it. I made a mistake, too. I was telling a story about the swamp puppy trying to eat my sister, and yeah, then I got carried away with the swamp puppy story, and then I died in the game. Well, it all worked out. Well, the thing is, Tower, EHP is what'll get you to Champions League. And the thing is, pushing EHP is mostly... I shouldn't say free, but it's a lot easier to do than damage, because damage requires stones, right? So it's freer to do EHP. Yeah, you can do it, Tower. I didn't mean to say it's impossible to do, but there's a limit. Right now, the game favors damage over EHP is the thing. You're gonna run into a limit. It is. Comparison is the thief of joy. That is true. As soon as you start comparing yourself to something, then it takes all the fun out of it. And you have to remember, I have been playing this game for almost 3 years now. That's right, one dragon a day. Oh no! Yeah, it took me a while to use the regen card. Back then I didn't have as many card slots. And then eventually I tried it and it worked, so, that was a great thing. Oh, congrats, Cuxon. Nice, lab speed. Well, guys, I do think I'm gonna wind it down. I probably should get something for dinner. I don't know what I'm gonna eat. But once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again. And I hope you have a great day. Good night, everybody, and happy farming. I'll see you next time. And yes, do max lab speed, very important. Good night, everybody. Oh, you're welcome. You have a good night, Tower.